What's up, you guys? It's Abby here, and I know this video is called How to Wake Up at 5 a.m. every day, but that's actually a little bit misleading. I do not wake up at 5 a.m. every day, and I wanted to explain a little bit why. So first thing is, this video is called that because it is trendy, and I look at analytics on YouTube to see what people actually care to watch. And the 5 a.m. thing kept coming up. So I was like, cool, let's make a video about that, but with a little bit of twist. I do not wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I don't actually wake up at 5 a.m. at all. I naturally wake up between 6 to 7 a.m. about 7 days a week, unless in some weird circumstance, if I've decided to go out or had a really late night, which rarely ever happens now, I generally wake up between 6 to 7 a.m. without an alarm. But I did want to give you guys some tips about how I started training myself to wake up naturally and why 5 a.m. doesn't have to be the key for everyone. So I know that I function pretty well at night. I used to be a bartender and involved in nightlife. So sometimes I get a lot of inspiration and energy at the end of the night because it's kind of darker out and there's not so much noise outside, and I can put in my headphones and vibe to some really good music and get some good work done at night. It's also a time that I like to relax and chill. So if I give myself some time at the end of the night to maybe put on a movie or relax with friends at the very end of the night, then as long as I don't stay out too late, I set a bedtime alarm and I try to be in bed by 11 p.m. And then this sets me up to perfectly get 7 to 8 hours of sleep and wake up naturally, and it's still early. It's still around sunrise and I can start off my day really, really fresh. But I started training myself to do this by what I already mentioned was the bedtime alarm and then an alarm in the morning. And you really need to invest in a good alarm. I know not everyone wakes up super easily from alarms. I do, so I just have a bird chirping noise that wakes me up in the morning. It gets louder and louder if I don't turn it off. But there are apps out there that you can use that will make you answer math questions and stuff like that to turn the alarm off. So if you have a tendency to just hit snooze and not really get up, get and invest in an app like that so that you have a really good alarm, and be sure to set your bedtime alarm as well. And then the second thing that really helped me was really understanding why it mattered for me to wake up early in the morning, because if there's no real reason to do it, then why even bother? What's the motivation for you to get out of bed? And the next thing that I do that helps me wake up is, as soon as that alarm was going off, I was getting out of bed and going and drinking water or making myself coffee, tea, breakfast, stuff like that. But the key is, as soon as it goes off, you get up, go get that drink, go get that water, start putting nutrients and liquids into your body, because you've just slept for 8 hours and you're probably a little bit dehydrated, and your body could use that energy so that you switch from being kind of this groggy person who's half alive at this point to being nourished and hydrated, and your brain is starting to click on. And so you now have your bedtime alarm and your wake up alarm, but what's really important is to keep that consistent every single day. And that's gonna train your circadian rhythm for you to start waking up naturally. So even on the weekends, if you can, try to keep the same bedtime and wake up time, and you will see a huge difference in the quality of your sleep and how it comes naturally to you. And that's pretty much all the tips that I have about how I started waking up earlier. And really, I would say the kicker is be mindful to when you get your best work done, and don't pressure yourself to wake up at 5 a.m. just because it's cool and it's trendy and there's a ton of videos on YouTube about waking up at 5 a.m. Listen to your body, listen to what works for you, listen to the techniques that work for you. Maybe all these things don't, and that's totally cool. If there's other techniques that you use, I would love to hear about them. Please leave a comment below and I would love to read through those things. And if you found this helpful, please give me a like and a subscribe below. And thank you so much, you guys.